Hey everybody. Hey, if you've already seen the intro on these videos, just go ahead and skip to 10 minutes and 40 seconds. Guys, hey, welcome. Hey, name is BJ. I am from Texas. I'm a truck driver, owner operator, and and I just want to kind of give you a breakdown as to what this video what my channel is about. Um, so I I've been trading for about 6 years, off and on, and I'm taking it serious. I've been recently taking it serious, learning the price a strategy called price action strategy, which is a strategy that all traders or all actual career traders use. Um, it's the proven strategy that there's not too many videos on. I believe there's more videos on it when it comes to trading, regular trading. This is binary options. When it comes to binary options, you see a lot of gimmicky YouTube videos regarding it, and I really don't care for those because they don't really teach you anything. So this one here, this channel is dedicated to actually showing real life trading. I'm going to be documenting all my trades every day. I start trading about 6 in the morning. I try to finish around 12 noon if possible, but sometimes I can finish earlier. Um, and pretty much using price action, and pretty much while I'm trading, I'm going to be walking everybody through what I'm doing, why I traded that way. So it's like a tutorial. At the same time, it's I'm actually going to be making money from this. This is the only reason that I'm trying to do that I'm putting this on YouTube is so that, well, the main, I got a couple reasons, but the main reason is so that I can document my trades. I can look back on these videos and see my progress. Forgive me, my throat is a little bit sore. I'm getting over a cold, but just wanted to, I guess, introduce myself to you. Happy that you're here. Hopefully, you stay for the journey. I am currently trading on on the real account, and I have a certain technique that is pretty unique when it comes to money management. Um, so you can stick around and learn that. And yeah, um, again, I'm not selling anything. There's no, I'm not trying to get you to join a Discord channel or what's it called, Telegram's channel, or I'm not promoting this platform. So this platform, I'm not going to say the name of the platform, but it's, if you have delved into any type of binary options, this platform. It's the only platform really that's available. I think there's another one that's available, but this one is the main one. It starts with P. The first word starts with P. The second word starts with O. You can get it on, you can get it on your Play Store or your, iPhone store. Don't know what that one's called, but pretty much, um, I am, just trying to um, make sure that I record everything, and I'm going to be comparing because this platform, there's a lot of mixed reviews on it. Some people say that it's a legit platform. Some people say that's a scam. So I'm here to prove that as well. Um, I have lost a lot of money on this platform, but I chalk that up to me following people that don't really have my best interest in mind. And as well as uh, not knowing what I was doing, not really knowing what I was doing. I know a lot more of what I'm doing now, especially with this price action strategy. It really works, and it's logical. So so yeah. uh, what else I can tell you about me? Uh, um, I can honestly tell you that I'm not uh I'm not you're not going to hear anything, any type of commercial or anything from me when it comes to this channel. This channel is strictly I'm gonna be trading, and that's it. It's going to be done all from my phone, and so that it can you can I'll be able to show people that you can do this from your phone as well. Um, and it's pretty much going to be this. I'm pretty much recording my screen, and I'm gonna try to do it where I don't edit too much, and go through it. I mean, sometimes I might cut it off if I need to work, because I am a truck driver, so I can't. I try to do this early in the morning before I get started with my day. I try to, I try if I can, I'll try to finish around 9 o'clock, from 6 to 9. If it's a good day. Sometimes it's not so good of a day, and it goes over, and I have to do it on my breaks and stuff. So, but yeah, as far as the platform goes, from what I've seen so far, it is pretty legit. It's not right with the actual market. Like, if you go to, there's an app called TradingView. If you go there, you install that app, you can see the actual um, market price for in any pair that you're in. Because I do, with binary options, I usually just do the pairs, the currency pairs. So you can go there, look at the currency pair that you're trading in with and be able to compare it, right? And from what I see, from what I can tell, it's about 10 points off. So, like, right here, like, you see this area right here that I'm pointing at, right here, circling it. That is the price, the current price, and you see it's fluctuating between 747, 448, 49, 66. Okay, so the very last number on the right side is called a pip or a point. So it's about 10 points lagging behind, from what I see. Either lagging behind or in front of it. So the way I'd interpret that is they can, and it's always 10 points, or 10 or less. It's usually never more than 10 points. So that kind of tells me that that's the window that you can that they have to work with. That's how I interpret it. The window that they have to work with, to where if there's a last minute trade that you're trying to win, and you're like 2 or 3 pips from winning it, they have the power to you know to push it out of your favor, to where you end up losing by 1 or 2 points. They have that power. I don't know if they actually execute that power, but I'm not going to take any chances with it. So what I do is I trade longer trades. 5 minutes is the shortest I do, but I don't do too many 5 minute trades. My bread and butter is 15 minute to 20 minute trades. So yeah, just wanted to kind of um, let you know about that, and don't want to spend too much time. We can go ahead and get into it. Um, but yeah, yeah, that's what I'm about. Okay, so hopefully you guys stick around, and we can learn together. um, and you know, and learn together and do well. This is, I think, I am optimistic that I'll be making. I'll do pretty good on this one. I'm using it as an extra stream of income. I'm not trying to get rich fast. I'm just trying to grow the account about 5% every day, if possible. And anything extra, I transfer to um, there's a Forex account here that you can transfer it to. So you see I have $253 in my Forex account right now. So yeah, any wins over 5% would go there. And then on Friday, this here would be my take home pay, pretty much my paycheck on Friday, minus 20%. I'll keep 20% in here for next Monday. So so yeah, that's it. You'll learn more about everything on the video. All right, I'll talk to you.
All right, guys. So I'm in now. All the lines are set up already, and went ahead and just did that. And actually my third trade because while I was doing the lines, I did see an opportunity on a primary trade and a secondary. I put those in, but I misread the chart, ended up losing that one, losing both of those. Um, so so yeah, I'm down already too. This is my third one. I mean, I did see an opportunity here. I caught it late though. Um, but if you notice, these are 5 minute chart. This is a 5 minute chart right here. If you notice on the chart, um, okay, I think I might have moved this line a little bit just now. But yeah, from there, it like touched there, and then this last one, it did go through, but it went through on this candle, and then this candle went back up, and then it was indecisive. Then it went through again here, but then this candle it went back up. So there was never a confirmation candle after it went through. Right? And then again, like right here, it went through, and then on this candle, it went back up. And this is a hammer. It's more of a hammer candle than anything. So it's showing selling pressure, and then it broke through here, and then it's been going up ever since. So my thoughts on it is it's going to continue going up. It played around here for a little bit in this area, but because of um, all the other times, like when it starts going up, it goes up. It goes up pretty high before it starts coming back down. So that did it there. It also did it when it touched this time. When it touched here, it did it again. When it started going back up, it went up relatively high, and before it starts going back down again. So that's what I'm banking on here. It's going to happen. It's like right now, it's in an uptrend. It's going to start going up again before it starts going back down. So that's my thoughts on it. This is my third trade of the evening. It is considered a primary trade now because I did lose my first primary trade and my secondary trade, which then turned into a primary trade. So, I'm already at a already down for the day, but obviously things can change. So my hope now is that this one covers for me. If it does, then I can go back to my original amounts. Today my original amount is $110, which I'm doing 10% of the bankroll on the primary trades today. So yeah, so that's the primary. That's what I'm starting off with, and then from there, I'm using my strategy of half. If I lose that trade, halving it. If I end up winning that trade, playing with the same amount of $110, then if I win that one, then doubling it, and then if I win that one, doubling that, and then I'm done. So just four consecutive trades in a row, either win 4 consecutive trades or lose 4 consecutive trades, and I'm done for the day. Um, so that's the plan. We will see what happens. Um, this one is at 75%. I don't think it was at 75% when I put it in. It was at 81% when we put it in. It's going on at 75% now. So I did a 10-minute trade on this, and we have 5 minutes left in it. So we will see what happens. I could put another trade in, but this is kind of like I typically do reversals, not going with the trend. So I wouldn't do another trade here. I'll save that trade for if we end up covering this one. But if you look at if you expand it out on the hour time frame on this thing, you see that this trend is more of it's like a slightly upward trend. It's a slightly upward trend. Um, so I am trading in the direction of the trend by trading up. Which is what you want to do. You want to try to you have more accuracy overall when you trade in the direction of the trend. Um, so I'm trading in the direction of the trend now. Let's look at 30-minute one to see a little bit better. Okay, so let's look at the 5-minute one. Okay, so yeah, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, today's Monday, 21st. Yeah, starting the week. Hopefully, I can start the week strong with a win today. But we will see. You know, um, the strategy that I use with this 4 consecutive wins in a row, or four consecutive losses in a row. What it does is it maximizes how much I can win per day, but at the same time, it minimizes how much I'm risking. You know, if things are not going my way on certain days. So from what I've noticed, like one winning day can cover 2 or 3 losing days. Um, you can you can make up for that losing day or a couple losing days with just one winning day. So I do like the strategy, because you need something like that when you're doing binary options where you're not getting the same amount of money that you're wagering each time. Each time you're wagering 100% of your money, but you're only getting a certain percentage back. Like in this case, it's 81% that I'll be getting back. So the odds are not in your favor if you are, um, if you're even doing half and half. If you're winning the same amount of times that you're losing, the odds are not in your favor. So you need a strategy where the whenever you do win, you can cover all of your losses. You know, that's really the only way you're gonna be profitable. I mean, unless you are very, very high percentage winning, and yeah, I mean, there's not many people that are very high percentage winning. Like legitly, right? So, so we're down to 2 minutes left, about a minute and 40 seconds left, and we did get a red candle there. I'm looking. I mean, it. You know, it looks like it is not following the same type of thing as these other ones where it went up pretty high before it went back down to test the line. I mean, we still have some time left, things can change, but yeah, I mean, there's a pretty big pump right there. Uh, so yeah, we will see what happens. We're down to a minute. AUD I'm gonna look in TradingView real quick and see how what how that looks with compared to. So yeah, we pretty much looking at the points compared to the points in the other platform. 90.441, 90.442. We got in at 90.409. So right now, it looks like we're covering 90.409 to 90.442 is a pretty 90.444, 4.8. Let's see. This was 90.43, which, it is not going to be exactly on point, but it's looking good. We have 5 seconds left, so it looks like we're going to cover this one, unless it just shoots down all of a sudden. But okay. So that one's good. That was a good trade for us. I mean, it kind of went down to the last minute, which it's not. I really don't like that. I like decisive wins. I mean, we won this one by 23 points, but we won it on the last candle. You know, it was a 10-minute candle or a 10-minute trade. This trade was a 10-minute trade, which is smaller, a smaller time frame than I normally do. But because we were going with the trend, it wasn't a reversal. We didn't have to wait for a reversal. I mean, I just said it was going to continue going up. So it did, and that is our first win for the day, which means that the reward for that is to be able to play with the primary trade with the main amount or the main number for the primary trade, which is 110. So in this case, we have one primary trade down already. Okay, that means we only have 3 more to go. So we'll continue looking to see if we can find a good one to go into. Okay. So this one here, it touched there, went back up, touched, got close here, went back up, touched there, went back up. And it looks like it just touched again, and it's been, gradually going back up. Yeah, and it touched there. It's gradually going back up now. And yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, I would like it. I would like it to touch again before it continues its uptrend, because we kind of missed it. I mean, this would be a good one to put like a 20-minute time frame on. If it hits that support line again, like here, it hit the support line, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. About 20 minutes later, it was up here. So that would have been a good one. Here, it hit the support line here. And then for the past 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, it's really just been testing that line again. But now it might take off and not test it again. I don't know. But it's been getting close. Every candle has been getting close to that line. So, who knows? It might do the same. Well, that could be our hope. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. If this might be the one where it starts going back up again. Yeah. Yeah, it might. I mean, all we could do is wait and see what this candle does. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to do anything with it. If it doesn't test that line again, I'm not going to do anything with it. I like kind of for sure things. And it's for sure if it gets close to that line again, I'm going to do a 20-minute trade. Yeah, and yeah, today's my day off from work, so I have a lot more time and patience to be able to get good trades in. I don't have to be anywhere else. My code is doing much better. I still a little what's the word, congested, but it's not that bad. And no fever. A little bit of coughing, but I'm not really coughing in the daytime anymore. It's more so at night. I'm coughing whenever I'm asleep and my throat gets dry or whatever. Okay, it looks like it might retest this thing. All right. I mean, that's good for us. I mean, because that is kind of that's exactly what we're looking for. We're looking for it to retest. I'm already down 2 primary trades as far as I've lost 2. 5 is the max I can lose before the day is over for me. So I want to make some really good choices, and I think that this is a good choice. I mean, everything's saying that it's been retesting that line for, for every 5 minutes. It looks like it retests that line, before it goes back up. So it's safe to say that it will. So once it touches that line or gets close to it, I'm gonna go ahead and hit buy, and then as well I'm gonna put a secondary in, and hopefully it crosses the line like it did here, or here. So it's getting pretty close. I think it'll get closer. That was pretty close there. It just needs to get a little bit closer for me. I'll go ahead and put it in. It's gonna be a little bit more push, past the wick that it currently has. The reason that I'm saying 20 minutes for this one is because it does look like I want to wait for it to finish playing around pretty much, and start its uptrend. So that's why I'm saying 20 minutes. Give it 4 candles to play around if it needs to play around down there, in that range. Okay, it did push past it. I missed it. A little bit more. Okay, I'll put it there, and then I'm gonna so now I'm setting my $55 one in hopes that it crosses that line. I hope it crosses the line before it goes back up. So I mean, and my rule is you don't put more than 2 trades in on one chart. So what that means is that that you have to be kind of confident, like on that trade, the trade that you entered, that reversal, or primarily for me it's just reversals. Those are the ones I'm the most confident on, as far as accuracy. So you want to be, if you find one that you really like, and then it pushes past your point, like in that case, we're hoping that it did, but it's already going back up again. So that's fine. Also, that just means that you did a good primary trade. If that was the case, you got it at a really good point. You got it at, you got it at a really good point if it doesn't push past it. But if it does push past it, you can take advantage of that as well and put a secondary trade. Well, yeah, it's a secondary trade because your primary is already in. And get an even better point, price point, so that you can capitalize on both. So yeah, it's touching that line right now. It's touching my point, where I got in at, and let's see if it pushes past it. It's pushing. It's trying to. I try to put it in not right when it gets past it, but it needs to be a pretty big gap. Like I'm waiting for it to get like down here, either here or here, like push past it by a good 10 pips or so. That way, so it also covers half of your primary if you end up losing your primary. If it covers in between both, the window of where you placed your secondary and where you placed your primary. it covers that gap. Or if it closes within that gap, the secondary one, or your primary ends up losing, but your secondary wins, then you're still covering 55% of it. So you're not out too much money. Okay, hit the line. It did hit the line. For me, it just needs to go a little bit under the line. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it's there at the line, right? It's right there at the line. So that's good. I like that. All right. So now we're done with this one. We can continue going and see if we can find something else. Euro AUD, because we can still put another 20, break it in half, and you can put 2 more secondaries in while we're waiting. Okay, this one we don't have any action on this one. Not yet, at least. You're looking for it to get close to that line. Okay, there's no action here either, because we're not close at all to the line. AUD-CAD, not close to the line. AUD-USD, not close to the line. GBP-USD, not close. USD-CAD, not close. Euro-USD, okay. Well, so this one here looks like it was, yeah. It's been following this floor for a while. Let's see if I can make the floor a little more accurate. Maybe, let's see, is it accurate enough? Yeah, it's pretty accurate already. So this is the 5-minute chart. The roof is not really in effect right now, but it does look like it's apexing. Let's look at a 30-minute chart real quick and see. Yeah, it looks like it's apexing, and this kind of looks like a flag. Let's look at the hour chart. Okay. Yeah, so if you notice, it was going up dramatically all throughout these hours, and then it started peakering out, and now it may start a downtrend, or it may start a flag pattern. We don't know. I'm gonna look at the 5-minute chart again and see what's happening with these lines. Okay, so this was the last candle that closed within, and then this candle, the next candle, it broke through, and then it didn't break. It broke through. So but it came kind of back up to the line again. This candle broke through and closed. The whole candle closed beyond the line in a hammer, upside down hammer position. And since then, the next candle was a hammer position, skinny hammer. The next one was a green skinny hammer, which indicates selling, buying pressure. Buying is trying to push it back up, and it might go back up. The next candle did test the line, but it didn't cross the line. And this one is now going down, and this one is going down. This candle is a heavy hammer going down, indicating heavy selling pressure. This one is a heavy hammer, right side up candle. It being red indicates that it was some selling, but it's still heavy. I'm sorry, it was some buying, but it was still heavy position down. So these candles here, they're telling me that this is the new resistance line. This is not a support anymore. This is a resistance, which means it's the roof now. It's changed from the floor to the roof. So if this price ever goes back up here, it would be a good time to sell, because it doesn't look like it looks like it's been testing that line and then bouncing back off of it. It's nowhere in the time frame that we can get it done anyway, but that's just good to know. We'll have to keep on moving though. I don't know when it's going to test that line, so we'll just keep on flipping back and see. I would not do a primary trade for this though. Primary trade I don't do for breakouts. Like this is a breakout position of what we're seeing here. So yeah, for something like that, it would be a secondary is all I would do. Okay, so let's keep on going. There's 74%, and the next one is all the way, yeah, I'm pretty sure it's down here, yeah, so I'm not gonna worry about those right now. All right, so what I'm gonna do for the time being is I'm gonna pause it, and I'm gonna keep looking, and I'm gonna get back with you whenever any trades I see look good. All right, I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey guys, I did see opportunity on another pair to put it in a trade. These are 30-minute candles here, and you notice that it was following it. It's been following like a downtrend, a slight downtrend. And then this candle here was a huge candle, and I caught it going down, and it crossed the line there. I went ahead and put in a secondary here. I think it was a good opportunity for a reversal to happen. I don't know if I would have done a primary here because, if you look at the hour chart, on the hour chart, this is the last candle that closed, and it doesn't really touch that candle. But I had put this in earlier, and and it did have a, this candle here. It touched that candle, and then 5 candles back, it hit that one. So that's when the downtrend started. And I figure, I could try it for a secondary. I think that it'll probably still respect the line, but I wouldn't do a primary on this one. So we'll see what happens. I did 20 minutes because if you break it down in the 5-minute chart, every time it hits, it jumps right back up, or every time it gets close, it jumps right back up. It's only done it once before it went back up, but I figure that's probably going to happen again right here. So that candle did close, and it did hop right back up. So we're hoping that continues going the same direction. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Just want to let you know, still looking through. I don't see too many other opportunities. Let's see, did I get on 77% on this one? I got in at 82% on that one. And I don't know if it waits until I trade something, and that's okay. Well, let me go ahead and let's go ahead and reduce the rate on that. I don't know if that's what's going on or what. But we have some that are ending. The Euro AUD is ending soon. It's within a couple minutes. So I think we're good on that one, the Euro AUD. Come on now, let's find it real quick. EURA. There we go. Yeah, yeah. I mean, pretty much what we had predicted happened. It bounced off, and it's way up, way up. You can't ask for anything better than that. That's exactly what we're trying to do every single time. So we got this one, which means our next one will be double 220. Because again, the first primary that you end up winning was the 2250. We ended up winning that one. So that was our first primary. So this is our second primary. Our third primary is double, and our fourth primary is double. And then you're done for the day. So hopefully I can be done for a day pretty soon. Just have to be patient, find, two more entries, but take it entry by entry. We need to find one more good entry, and then after that, find one more good entry again. Okay. So as far as the entry on here, no, you don't really know how high up it's going to go. Let me see if there's a floor or if there's a roof here. No, there's no roof, no definite roof that you can see. So I'm not going to worry about that. But just keep flipping through. This one was a breakout, and this is an hour chart. So, the lines would have to be redrawn on this one. I'm not sure why I haven't done that already. I mean, there's really nothing that you can. There's really no place that you can draw the lines, because you're trying to draw the line on the trend, and this has only been trending down now for 3 candles, so you really can't draw a line on this. So I don't see any action on that one. Let's keep going. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and just erase this line, delete all of them, and uncheck this because I don't see that giving us any benefit this time. This one is pretty good though. Euro CHF. It looks like, okay, this is the hour chart. Let's see at the 5-minute chart. It looks like. Okay, it's creeping down there. We'll keep an eye on it. Let's look. We have a minute left on Euro AUD. Okay, so we don't have to worry about that one. We don't have to look at it because it's going to win. Like, it's only a minute left. There's over 200 points difference. So we're awesome. We're good shape. So far, so good for this one as well. Still a lot of time on it though. So let's just keep looking. We want to be as productive as possible. Catch as many opportunities as possible. All right, so that's the one that we put in. Okay, let's keep going. AUD, USD, nothing here. Keep going. Euro USD, nothing yet. USD CHF, not yet. Okay, that's the last one before we start dipping under 70, which we do not want to do. So the one that looked like it was the best one for us, as far as the next opportunity that we might have, I think it was this one, Euro CHF. Let me just make sure. Yeah, it was a Euro CHF one. So we'll stay in the Euro CHF one. I'll come back with you if I see that it's something that looks like it might be a good opportunity to put in. But I'm also gonna wait for the other ones to get close. We already know that this one's a winner. Oh, it's already won. So we won that one by 225 points. Yeah, can't be mad at all. Very awesome. Those are the types of wins that I love. The ones that are a lot of points, because I know that there's nothing that this platform can do about it. Nothing the platform can do about it. Okay, so yeah, I'll get back with you whenever I find another opportunity. All right, guys. So if you notice here, I redid these lines, and I was able to find a resistance line as well. This is on a 30-minute chart, which is fine as well. I mean, if you could find good lines, a good resistance, which all these resistance, this resistance does show that it is following this pattern. Once it breaks through this resistance, I'm gonna go ahead and put it my chart, my trade in. I think this is a good primary trade opportunity. For 20 minutes, give it time. At 20 minutes, gives it time to do whatever it needs to do before it starts going back down. But even if it immediately goes back down after it touches that line, in 20 minutes, it's not going to go back up. It's not going to be back up above that line again. Like So pretty much 20 minutes is a good time frame to put in when it comes to it. Like you look at the rest of them. Again, these are 30-minute candles, right? So, I'm sorry. These are 5-minute candles. I apologize. This is a 30-minute chart. So, every time it reaches the peak, the apex, it does go back down and stays down for a while. Right here, it reached the apex 30 in 20 minutes. It was back down. Here, same thing. Now, so our hope is it does the same thing. It reaches that apex and starts going back down. It might have reached this apex already, but I don't think so. I think that it'll play around and get a little bit closer before it starts going back down again. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully it does. It's a little bit closer now. You see, it's already a little bit closer because of the way that the line is going down. It's a downtrend. So we're hoping that it goes a little bit up, a little bit more up before it starts going back down. That's the hope. Try to get a good entry point and be patient because again, like the trade amount, like we're already on our second primary, so we're trying to finish up, so we want to make some really good choices when it comes to our entry point, because it's all about the entry point when it comes to binary options. You need to get a good entry point because you can't control the time before you get out like you can in regular trading. You have to wait for the expiration date before you can get out, or the expiration time before you can get out. So the best entry point that you can get, the better entry point you can get, the better the trade is for you. So we'll just keep watching it. Hopefully it does. Hopefully we can catch it before it starts going back down again. And we want a secondary trade on this same on the same chart when it touched here. It jumped right back up though. We won it by a lot. So we just need to go a little bit further up before it starts going back down. I mean, yeah, it may not do that. And if it doesn't, then we just missed it. We're not gonna make all of them. And you see, it's starting to push down now. So we'll see what happens. Okay, yeah, well this is, I think we missed it, yeah. Which is okay, I mean, our prediction was correct. We just weren't able to get in, when we wanted to get in. But at least our prediction was correct. So the market, this is telling you the market is reacting the way it's supposed to react. Mm-hmm. And since this is a closing, narrowing gap, if the cone is getting skinnier and skinnier, more opportunities will arise, whether going up or down, whenever it bounces off of these lines. Okay, looks like it's retracting on itself. See how much it does retract on itself though. Okay, and rejected pretty generously right there. I still want a better position than the top of this candle. Um, I don't want to give it too much room. I mean, that is kind of close, but if you're cutting it from the middle of the candle, which is here, it's still kind of far from that middle candle, from the middle of the candle. But if we can catch it, where it's around here when the new candle forms, we can go ahead and put it in. Like if it's around the top, when the new candle forms, then it'll be closer on the next candle. Yeah, I think the selling pressure is too much. Traders are just saying, nah, yeah, this is gonna go down. We're gonna make this thing go down. So yeah, I think we just missed it. That's fine. We'll keep on looking, see what other opportunities we could find. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep looking. We'll come back to it. Okay, nothing here. That's the one that we're currently in. Nothing there. Where's the line on this one? I don't even see do we have this thing favorited? No, we don't. I don't know why and where I tapped it. Nothing here. Not yet. I think that's the last one. Oh, we have one more within a 70% tile range, I think. And that is it. Yeah, okay. So it doesn't look like there's much opportunity anywhere right now. So I'm gonna just get back with you. I'm gonna keep my eyes open here, and I'll get back with you. All right. It literally hasn't been more than what, a minute since I've been offline, and this candle is going up. This is the one that we were waiting on just a little while ago. It looks like this one's gonna be it's gonna get to the point that we needed to get to. Pretty much, I just needed to get right back up to that line again, right up to that wick line. Come on now, don't do this to me just because I start recording. Don't do this to me. I mean, it pumped up. It pumped up pretty close. I mean, I would have tapped it if I had seen it. Dadgummit. Right. All right. Never mind. I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, guys. Hey, yeah. Just looking at it a little bit further. It seems like it likes when I turn out the camera because it sure did go up. Go up past that point. As you see, I got in at a really good. I got in right. Let's see if you can see the line here. Yeah. So the first line I got in right here. I mean, it got close. And the next one, it went past it. I got in up there. So I like them. I like that. I like that. Because that's what it's been doing. It's been touched here before it started going back down. It hit here and it started going back down. It crossed. It hit and crossed before it started going back down. And now it just now hit and crossed on this candle. Now this candle it hit, then like literally 20 seconds later, it hit and crossed. So so yeah, 20 minutes on each one. I think it's a good one. For us to lose it, it would have to pretty much play above the roof for the next 20 minutes, and I just don't see that happening. It hasn't been doing that. It hasn't been playing above the roof. I'm hoping it doesn't break out. It's not a breakout. that could happen. You know, it's happened. It has happened before. It won't happen, or it'll happen again. There's really nothing that you can do to mitigate against that. All you can do is go with the safest types of trades, you know, and based it off of history. You know, you're looking based off of history of what's happened in the past and what will more than likely happen in the future. So we'll just have to wait and see. I got those two in. I'll come back whenever they get closer. I'm gonna be looking at for secondaries at the same time. The last time that we looked, which was only like maybe 5 minutes ago, there were no real opportunities. So I'm gonna get back with you, see if we can find any more opportunities. Hey guys, hey, just want to let you know, it's been 20 minutes. I ended up losing both of those trades. I lost them pretty significantly. It ended up being a breakout, unfortunately. AUDCAD. Let's look at it real quick so that you can kind of see what happened. Yeah, so we end up putting it in right around here in this area, and as you can see, that candle ended up being a hammer candle, closed the whole body of the candle closed outside of the roof, off the roof. Next one was an indecisive doji candle. Next one was also a doji candle, but it's been green ones, which means that they close higher than the previous one. And then this last one here is showing that pressure is going back down now. So this candle will probably close as a red candle more than likely, but you never know. Based off of this candle being an upside down hammer position, but yeah, it just is playing above the roof. I mean that was my hope that it didn't happen. Based off of the other pattern, the rest of the pattern. Uh, it was a good trade. I'm not gonna say it was a bad trade. It was a good trade. It didn't work out for us. Sometimes that happens. Um, so that does have us down so far, and that is two more primary trades down because we're already on our third primary trade when we got into this one. We put that one in, and then we put the secondary in, and since both of them lost, they both count as primaries. So we are down to our last primary of the day. We lose that primary, we will have to just try again tomorrow. So, yeah, just want to let you know, give you that a little update. I did have it on. I think it was USDCHF. No, I think it was another one that had USD in it. I saw an opportunity that looked like it might be pretty good. Yeah, this one, Euro USD. It's coming up to that roof, and if you notice, it hit the roof there, then it hit the roof there, hit the roof there. So it should hit the roof again here sometime within the next 10 minutes or so. 10 to 15 minutes, maybe. We'll wait for it. I'll let you know whenever it happens, and we put in for our fifth primary. Hopefully we win it. We can get back up to an original amount of money, and then start winning from there. So we will see. Hey guys, hey. So want to let you know, I just put in an 8-minute trade on this one here. So so this is the same one we were looking at before. That's supposed to be touching. I'm thinking it's going to be touching that line, this resistance line, before bouncing back. I wanted to play based off on the trend that I see. It's a 5-minute trend, which is not that strong, but it is a pretty long trend, starting from down here and going up, going up, going up, going up. And if you look at this green line, this is this estimated moving average line. It's this green line that is, I wish I could kind of point out to you, but it's the green line. It's that little wavy line, and it follows the bottom of the candles pretty much, right? So that line, if you look at it, the candle stays above that line. It's been the body of the candle has been staying above that line This one here, it dipped below it a little bit, but the majority of it is above the line, but it did close under. This candle closed under. This one closed under as well. The next one closed under, but then this one closed above, this one closed above. So my thoughts on it was, okay, I'm gonna get in on this candle and get in a position to where it's going to close above. So I'm thinking it's going to continue to close above this line. So I got in on that line pretty much, on that green line. And within the next candle, which is, so this candle, let's see where this candle closes. Hopefully, it closes, maybe a little bit below. That way, we're hoping the next one will close above, because this is an uptrend, and so it needs to follow the uptrend. It can't follow the uptrend if there are multiple red candles. Multiple red candles, starts going the opposite direction. So it needs to continue its uptrend. This candle here, the candle that closed before it was a pretty big red candle, which means that the next candle, the next candle needs to be a green candle so that the uptrend can continue. Is what I'm saying. So that's my thought process on it. That pretty much this uptrend is continuing. So I mean, it was a shorter trade than I normally put in, just to capitalize on the candle closing above that line, and not closing, because pretty much if for me to lose, then this candle would have to be a red candle, which means that we need to close smaller. It would have to be a candle that is below the candle that's already here, like the one that's already closed. Like, so this candle here just closed. It was a very indecisive candle. Very indecisive candle. It closed as a skinny red candle. So my thought is that this candle should be it should be a green candle. It should be a candle indicating that the uptrend will continue. Yeah, it's a more risky move, but I wanted to go ahead and try to put it in. It's considered a primary trade, yes, but it's a low primary trade. It's the lowest primary trade that I can get right now, as far as the amount goes. But I thought it was it was risky, but logically I think it made sense to me to just go ahead and do it, get it out the way so I can restart my with the original amount, and how I counted this one as my primary for my next one, which would be primary number 2 as far as being consecutive in a row. I'm considering not doing that now. Just restarting from making that my first primary. I mean, it would mean that I would have to have 5 wins in a row, which was the reason I didn't want to do it. 5 wins in a row before you actually are done. But because of what happened last time, you end up, if you don't have 2 primaries already like saved up in the bank, for your third primary, but your third primary is going to be double the amount. If you don't have those 2 primaries saved up, then you're pretty much you're going to go under. If you're still going to be losing pretty much on your third primary. If you end up losing that third primary, you're still going to be losing. So it's one of those things where I'd rather not go down on my third primary. For that double, I'd rather not go down. I'd rather break even. And so doing it this way would make it where I break even, pretty much restarting once like this. Once this one wins, then I would restart my my with two primaries of the same original amount. Win those two before doubling. So anyway, let's see how this plays out. We have a minute and 27 seconds left. It is above. It is above. That's good. It's not. I mean, it's above my line. My price point. It's not above the actual EMA line, which is pretty odd to me, you know. But it should. It should. I don't think it's going to close below that EMA line, you know. It shouldn't, because if it does, then that EMA line is going to, you know, start going, you know, pointing more to the downward position, which is not what it's been doing. You know, it's been gradually going up. So we'll see. 43 seconds left. All right, EUR/USD. I'm gonna go to TradingView real quick and see what we're working with on that. EUR/USD. Right here. All right, so right now we're at 1.506 here, and we're in at 1.507. Okay, so we're at 1.507, and it's 1.506. 1.507. Okay, so it needs to be above 1.50. Yeah, so this needs to go up. 1.505, 1.507. So yeah, we are losing. Wow. Okay. Well, that was quick. I didn't realize it was so quick. And we end up losing it, unfortunately. Well, yeah, I mean, that's how the cookie crumbles sometimes, you know. And you see how the EMA line now is starting to go down. So yeah, you know, it was a risk. We took the risk, and you know, unfortunately, it didn't pay out. It didn't pay off for us. Today's going to be a losing day for us. Again, losing days do happen. That one there was more of a risk. I mean, I was pretty confident that this was going to continue going up and touch this line. It just, you know, it's pausing before actually wanting to do that. You know, if you look at these candles, all the candles are going up, you know, above that line, above that EMA line. This one here was even above the EMA line, even though, you know, some of the body was, you know, under the EMA line. But then the next candle it kind of did the same thing. You know, it closed below it, but the next candle was above. So, you know, I figured the trend was going to continue, especially after this big old candle that went down, you know, but then this one closed below it. This one closed below it as well. So yeah, it is what it is. It probably will continue going up now from here. This candle here, if you look at it, it went all the way down here. It broke through the yellow line, almost touched the red line. You know, it's fluctuating pretty sharply now. So, I mean, my guess is that it still will. It just doing a little pause for the time being, but it will gradually get back up here at this line. But anyway, all right. So anyway, I overall though, I think the day went well. I didn't make any mistakes that I can recall for the day. All my trades are pretty calculated and pretty intentional. Yeah, no, I didn't make any mistakes. It just wasn't a good day. You know, that first trade that I put in, yeah, the very first two trades I put in, um, I wasn't able to do that with those two on camera. Those two trades were, I misread it. So that was a mistake. I misread the actual what was going on. You know, it was a breakout, but before, you know, I didn't see that was an actual breakout. Like the candles were indicating breakout, and I thought it was going to reverse based off of the most recent candles. Looked like it was reversing, and yeah, messed up, and it ended up bouncing off and not reversing. So I ended up losing two trades immediately because of that. There were 20-minute trades as well. So yeah, I mean those two mistakes kind of cost me, I think, later on, because obviously it adds to your five losses for the day. Which is what stopped me here. I'm done now because I've done 5 losses. Uh, well, no, actually, my loss, or the reason I stopped now is because I've done four consecutive losses. Well, no, maybe not. Let's see. So I had a primary here. So okay, yeah, no. So it wasn't 4 consecutive losses. It was just 5 losses. Yeah. Um, Loss here. That was the next primary loss. This was the next primary loss, and then this last one was a primary. So five primary losses. So we'll try again tomorrow. Appreciate you sticking around. Again, every day is not going to be a winning day. We'll come back tomorrow and we'll get them. I'll play with the same 10% tomorrow, and just so that you can see what happens with a winning day, because I'm speaking to existence. We're going to win tomorrow. All right. Well, you take care. I'll see y'all on the next one.